So good morning, welcome, and I can only imagine how crazy your lives are right now. So I just really appreciate you taking the time to be here today. This is going to be an awesome webinar. I've just been paying so much attention to my coaching clients and the challenges that everybody's been facing. And obviously with some people's business doubling, in year 2020 and not having the staff and support to manage it, it's been really, the blessing and the curse. So one of the things that I focus a lot on with my coaching clients is really teaching them not only how to drive to new levels of success, but how to really prepare the team and get people going in the right direction so you can continue to have a life, right? Because this is not about just doing more business, but we want to be able to have a really fulfilling life in the process of, really such an extraordinary year. I've got to admit that this has taken me back to my best highlight years in Originator in 2003, where I hit 200 million in personal production with my team of 4 people. And it was an extraordinary year, but fortunately I was blessed because we had an amazing team in place. So it really didn't, crush us and crumble us. But I can tell you in all the conversations I'm having with my clients right now, exhaustion is a major theme. And obviously your operations people are working overtime. You've got 5 trillion in refi opportunities on the table in the US right now, and only about 2.5 trillion of capacity to get those loans through the system. It's created many challenges for many companies and certainly for all of you originators. So thank you. There are so many wonderful friends on this call today, and it was fun to see so many of you actually sign up. It's great to reconnect. And I'm a little bit sad I'm not doing this as a Zoom call where I can see all of your faces, but we chose to do this as a webinar so we can send you the replay. But anyway, I hope you have an amazing, amazing end to your year, and I wanted to be able to help you with some strategies to help you get there. So I do have some notes I'm going to be referring to from time to time. I've done a lot of prep for this webinar, and there's some things I really don't want you to miss out on. I'm also going to, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to talk to you about a new program that I'm launching, which I am so excited about. And it's called Millionaire Mortgage Club. We're going to be launching October 20th. I know many of you have already signed up for it. It's really going to be, amazing. I already have Barry Habib committed as one of our first guests. It's going to be an awesome training. We're going to have some of the nation's greatest, top producers that are going to be sharing strategies. The beautiful thing about leading a mastermind type training group is that you not only get me laser coaching you, but you also get the power of the collective, and having everybody share best practices and what they're doing to win is so, so, so powerful. So I'm going to be very committed to this group. When we get to the end of this training, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. And I think it's going to be really fun. And we're excited to get that kicked off. So I am just asking today that we have your full attention. And I know that's very difficult, but one thing I know as a top originator is that we've got to work on our business, not just in it. We've got to take those hours of the day from time to time to really focus on how we're going to take the next steps. Because when you're overwhelmed, like so many of you are today, you can't get off the hamster wheel unless you start to make conscious change and look out at your business 6 to 12 months out. So today I'm going to ask you to really be present, to really pay attention to what you need to focus on. So I'm going to jump in here so we can get started because I have a lot to share with you. All right, so let me get my shared screen. If I can just get a nod that everyone can see the screen, that would be fantastic. Is that a yes? Okay. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so let me click on this. So I wanted to just talk to you a little bit. I mean, look, leaders don't rise to the pinnacle of success without developing the right set of attitudes and habits. They make every day a masterpiece. And right now, the key is we got to show up as a leader in our own life, first and foremost. And then we've got to show up as a leader to our team. Some of you run quite large teams. And for those that don't, you're probably seeking a team because you're overloaded right now. So it's really about how we start our day. I am all about creating morning practices and habits that really set our mindset straight, because we know this can take its toll on us at the level of work and the hours that people are putting in right now. So I want you to really think about what habits you have in the morning, how are you starting your day, and how are you showing up, not only for you and your clients and your referral partners, but how are you showing up for your team and for your family. There's so many new challenges and pressures on everybody right now. So really think about how you're showing up and how you're starting your day. So one of the things that top producers do, and this is why I put together this presentation, to really identify some of the strategies that not only myself, but some of the $100 million a year producers actually incorporate into their day-to-day business. And some of you have done this exercise before, but I highly recommend that you assess your mortgage business at least quarterly. I do this with my coaching clients on a regular basis. So we're going to go through this. I want you to grab your phone, not to be on it and reading email, but I do want you to be able to take some pictures of some of these slides because you're going to want to be able to go back and revisit. I also want you to have a pad of paper in front of you with a pen because there's going to be a few things you're going to want to write down. This is really important stuff. So I want to help you really look at assessing your mortgage business right now. So top producers do focus on these 8 key areas of their mortgage industry. And I want you're going to be rating your satisfaction with each of these areas of your business. So 0 means you are not satisfied, and 10 means you are highly satisfied. I just did this exercise with one of my clients who's funded $40 million in the last 2 months. And it's interesting for somebody that successful. She scored herself fairly low on several key areas of her business. And so we're working on those right now to really get those elevated so that she can be running, her full potential and max capacity. So these are the areas we're going to look at. So I want you to assess yourself. Are you happy and satisfied with your number of referral partnerships? Really think about that, because many of you right now, I know, are so focused on refi business. One of my clients said to me, Cindy, he goes, I'm worried. 78% of my business right now is refinances and I'm scared. I said, you should be scared. And I really am going to work with you to turn that around. So we've got to carve out some time. We're going to talk about that today to focus on building referral partnerships. And for those that have great referral partnerships, but maybe haven't been paying as much attention to them, it's going to be important starting right now that you carve out that quiet time, even 30 minutes a day. We're going to talk a lot about that, to be able to reconnect with referral partners. It is such an important part of creating success in any market. And for those of you that have been in the mortgage industry for a lot of years, and many of you have, as well as I do, this spigot can turn off in a day. I have so many stories of that happening, and you wake up one morning, you're like, oh my gosh. And it's hard to imagine that right now with how much business we all have going through the system. But I promise you, you want to prepare for the market ahead, and you want to do it right now. So your compelling client experience. Maybe you really don't have a client experience. You're doing the job, you're getting loans through the system, but maybe you're not intentional about creating that client experience. In my high-level mortgage mastermind elite group a couple weeks ago, Stacia Weishauer, who was in my group a couple of years ago, did a presentation on creating a compelling client experience. And she has done an amazing job of mapping out with her team this incredible ultimate client experience. And she has developed the team over this last year to create it. So I want you to get more intentional too about the experience that your clients are actually experiencing as they're going through the process with you. I know it's overwhelming right now, but also it's important to stop for a minute, get with your team, and think about small shifts you can make so your clients are feeling very nurtured and very cared for, okay? So I want you to rate yourself on your time, energy, and your productivity. Are you just busy every single day, or are you productive? It's really important that we not only, busy getting our loans through, but it's about being productive with our time. So the way that I got really successful in the mortgage business is me mapping out how I was going to organize my day. I had a system to it. And so with a system, it's going to be incredibly helpful to be more organized about your time. So we're going to talk about how to manage your time, your energy, and your productivity. So rank yourself on that. I know a lot of people right now are incredibly busy, but not feeling very productive. Have you created a high impact team? I mean, it's, a lot of you have teams because I coach a lot of you around team. It's one of my favorite things to coach on. But have you created a high impact team? Are you meeting regularly with your team? Are you having team meetings? Are you addressing challenges? Are you keeping them motivated and inspired? We're going to get into that in just a minute. There we go. And marketing execution. Do you have a marketing plan? You know, most people right now are like, I can't market. I can't even deal with the business that I have. So, and I get it. I totally understand. But again, we're trying to plan for the market ahead. So it's so important that you think about some of the things you can do, very simple things. And we're going to talk about a couple of those things when I get into the steps that I want you to think about taking. But are you doing it, you know, or do you have any sort of marketing plan right now? And at least taking some steps to plan for the market ahead is important. Good self-care. Look, I know from talking to so many of you that self-care is kind of on the back burner. I've had so many people in the last month tell me their level of exhaustion. And all I can tell you is that I know this is tough and some of you are working 7 days a week, but we are good to no one. You know, we can't help our clients. We can't help our family until we take care of ourselves. So it is imperative that you really understand the need to put yourself first, because coaching people whose health has failed them, you know, without it, we really have nothing. So just reassessing what is important in your life. And I am really asking you to think about putting yourself first, because we have this responsibility to help so many people right now and they need you at such a high level. But to take care of yourself first is not a selfish act, it's a very generous act. So I'm going to encourage you to think about right now, what decision can you make to increase your level of self-care and your work-life balance. They kind of go hand in hand, right? But there's got to be non-negotiables in your life. I had very significant non-negotiables, raising 3 kids and driving a very successful mortgage business and running a branch and a region. So, and I want you to look at your personal production levels. Like, look, some of you are blown away at your personal production levels right now. So you're probably scoring yourself a 10, which is amazing. I mean, half of my clients have more than doubled their production in 2020. But the thing I want you to think about is, you know, what are your production levels going to look like if you lost your entire refi pipeline right now? I want you to really think about what that really looks like, because we need to get you prepared for the market ahead. And that's why I decided to do this webinar. So basically what happens with this exercise, and look, I just want to let you know, you can email my team at info@cindiertman.com, info@cindiertman.com. I am happy to send you the mortgage satisfaction assessment if that would be helpful for you. It's a great exercise. You can do it once a quarter. But what I want you to do in this exercise is, once you score yourself, then I want you to go back and commit to one action step, one simple shift that you can make to drive your score up another point. We're not trying to go from 0 to 10, right? But we want you to make progress. It's about taking consistent steps of action each and every day. And that's what wins the race, right? That slow and steady committed action. And so, like, as an example, if I'm looking to increase my referral partners, well, maybe I'm going to, you know, cold call 10 potential referral partners. I work with my clients on great cold call scripts. I've got all kinds of strategies that turn those into warm leads so it doesn't feel so scary to call them. But I promise you, they need you right now. I had a top producer reach out to me and say, hey, I knew you would know who I should talk to as a mortgage lender, because, you know, we need another partner right now. Our partner has faltered. And I promise you, your realtor partners need you more than ever right now. So do not be afraid to call them. Maybe to kind of beef up your client experience, you know, map that out with your team. Sit down and look at what your experience is for your clients now, and just have a team meeting and talk through some small things that you could do. Maybe you do another level of acknowledgement once the loan is approved. There's all kinds of great things you can do, doing little video campaigns. There's lots of ideas that we share in my coaching program around how to create this compelling client experience, which is so big in terms of driving additional referrals. You know, your time, energy, and productivity, blocking 3 hours per week to focus on income generating activities. And I know some of you are like, that's impossible right now. Well, if an hour is impossible 3 times a week, then commit to 30 minutes, because you're a mortgage originator and you need to focus on your future business, not just the business you're in. Get your team to support you. You know, go and lock down for 30 minutes. We're going to talk about what those activities can be in just a few minutes. And then creating your high impact team. Map out the roles and responsibilities of your team members. There's a lot of teams that are just like going 18 different directions, and it's tough in this virtual world. I know it firsthand, but you got to pull the reins in, and you've got to become leader to your team. You've got to be the one empowering, motivating them. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. And the marketing execution plan. Every year I sit down at the beginning of the year and map out a 12-month plan. Super simple. I'm going to do a lunch and learn once a quarter. I map out the date, and then I back in 30 days earlier. I'm going to get the marketing out. It's pretty easy. And so sit down with just a 12-month calendar and come up with some simple, basic things you could do. You could run a monthly realtor mastermind. We're going to talk about that today too. Great way to get your realtors engaged. Lots of my clients are leading a monthly realtor mastermind. Very easy to do on Zoom or your video conferencing. So map out a really simple 12-month marketing plan. Your good self-care. You know, what do you need to do to take care of yourself? I had to focus on this myself. I actually hired a Pilates instructor just a couple months ago because I had gained a little through COVID and I needed to get my exercise back in, and I needed to have an accountability partner to do it. So commit to getting yourself healthy and taking care of yourself first. Your work-life balance, get intentional about who you want to spend more time with. Maybe you're not spending a lot of time with your spouse or your children, but you've got to have some boundaries around your business and people will respect you for it. My having dinner with my children was non-negotiable. From 6 to 8 o'clock, I was off limits to my clients and they knew it. I had a 2-hour window where I was committed to my family because being a mom was number one in my game. So think about what you can do there. And then your personal production levels. Conduct 5 income generating activities daily. I'm going to give you some activities you can do daily in that 30-minute window to continue to build and increase your production levels. That may not be something you even feel you need right now, but I promise in another few months, you're going to wish you had stopped for a minute to really work on building new partnership to keep your production levels high. So number one secret of $100 million a year producers is how to execute a top 5 realtor referral partner. This is one of my key strategies I teach to all my coaching clients. I use this personally over and over and over. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and it is a warm lead strategy, which is why my clients like it. So I'm going to go through this very quickly. I'm going to read you the scripts. You can take a picture of this if you'd like. So basically, you're going to call 5 realtors. If you don't have 5 realtors that know, like, and trust you, then I want you to call 5 referral partners, 5 business people. You know, call your CPA, if you've got a financial planner, if you've got a dentist, anybody that you know that's in the business world is, you know, worthy of a phone call. Because the other thing, almost everybody that's a business person knows a great realtor. So all we're trying to do is to use your personal network to expand your business. But when I use this, because I have a lot of realtor partners, I do call 5 realtors. And basically, you want to call someone who knows, likes, and trusts you and already appreciates you. And then I want, you know, because the thing is, if you're calling 5 realtors that know, like, and trust you, or I actually did this with my CPA and he knows, likes, and trusts me, and I know, like, and trust him, it's a warm call. And all we're trying to do is ask that referral partner for a suggestion up of a couple new realtors that might, you know, benefit from your services. And it's a really easy call to make because people do want to help. And if you just say, hey, I need your help, I'm going to give you the script right now. So you might want to take a picture of this. You can get it to click here. So here's the first script. It works like a charm. So basically, hi, Bob, this is Cindy Ertman. I wanted to reach out to you because we value you greatly as our trusted referral partner and appreciate our relationship with you more than you know. Our team is looking to expand our realtor referral business this year. So even though the refinance market has been strong year to date, we pride ourselves on helping our clients secure their dream of homeownership and would like to serve more buyers this year. We value our relationship with you and wondered if you could recommend a couple of quality realtors that could benefit from the same kind of service that you've experienced in working with our team. We are not looking for quantity. We are looking for quality, and we would so appreciate it if you could help us by recommending a couple of realtors that could benefit from our service. I have to tell you, when I came up with this script about 4 years ago, and I tested it first, I test everything I teach. I called a realtor, Tara Klein, and I asked her this question. She was about 3 years in the business. Within 5 minutes, she gave me the name of 3 realtors that she knew, liked, and trust. It was amazing. She then suggested that we all meet for lunch, which we did. I still work with 2 of those realtors today. My team works with them. I'm not on the front line with loans, but my team works with them today. This strategy works like a charm. The only thing I have to tell you is once they give you the names, the only way the strategy works is if you actually make the call, right? You got to make the call to the person that referred you to, and you want to make it swiftly, because that's really where the power comes in. Slides are funny today. All right, so this is the call you make. Hi, Lynn, this is Cindy Ertman. I just got off the phone with Bob Smith. Bob has been a value referral partner of ours for many years, and I had shared with Bob that we were looking to expand our realtor partners this year, since our passion is helping buyers secure their dream of home ownership. I asked Bob who he trusts and values doing business with and who might benefit from the service we provide. He gave me your name as someone who he deeply respects, trusts, and values. His recommendation holds a lot of weight with our team, so I wanted to reach out to you personally to see if we could connect for a virtual coffee appointment in the next week so I could learn more about you and your business. Now look, because you've just said to this person that someone that you know, like, and trust, know, likes, and trusts them, and I always really kind of shine a big bright light on that, it's very, very difficult for Lynn to say no to a meeting because a top realtor just referred her to you. And I mean, this is the beauty. I mean, I have had such success over the years with this plan, and it's a warm lead strategy. So I'd love you to try it. If you committed in that 30 minutes to just pick up the phone and don't second guess it, and just use this script or a version of this script and call 5 people that know, like, and trust you and ask for a couple of recommendations, I promise you, you will be amazed at what begins to occur. It is the easiest way to begin to build new referral partners. And I'm going to give you some strategies as to how to lead one of those first meetings once you get that virtual coffee appointment as well. So secret number 2 of $100 million year producers, the mortgage milestone communication plan. Look, many of you that have gone through my training have done the exercise, discover your why and greatest strengths, where we drill down on what your greatest strengths really are, right? Many of you have gone through that exercise. Well, many people's greatest strength in the mortgage industry is, their greatest strength is communication. There's so many great people on this call that, I know you, many of you personally, and one of your greatest strengths is communication, without question. But what I did for my team is I tried to look at every strength that we had in the context of how that served our realtor partners and our clients, and I wanted to identify, like, what could that really mean? Cindy Ertman being a great communicator. So I turned one of my natural strengths into a milestone communication plan. Look, you guys all communicate with your referral partners at every step of the loan, right? The loan has been submitted to processing, your file's been submitted to underwriting, congratulations, your loan's been approved. You actually communicate all those steps in some fashion. Some of you have automated systems to your client base. But what I want you to think about is actually turning that into a value proposition. I actually have a training guide that I give realtors that said, Mr. Realtor, if you have the benefit of working with my team, I love sharing our mortgage milestone communication plan because you're going to know where this loan is out every step of the way, as is the listing agent, as is the client. So I wanted to share this with you. And you can do this however it works for you. This is part of my 10-point mortgage milestone communication plan. Take a picture of that. You can work with your team on establishing this for you. But you know how great it is to hand a realtor or email a realtor, your 10-point communication milestone plan? Mr. Realtor, you're going to be informed on these 10 points of communication and milestones for the loan, and every Tuesday. Look, I was in the Corps many years ago, and that was the thing. We called every Tuesday no matter what, and my team did. But they also knew that they were going to get this communication, the listing, the selling, and the buyer, on every single loan throughout every loan process. So it just takes so much alleviation of stress if they know they're going to be communicated with on every level. And if you don't have a system to do that, make that one of your shifts today, that you're committing to create a better communication system, because that's really where loans break down. It's all about communication. People want to feel safe, particularly now. So secret number 3 of $100 million year producers. This is one of my favorite. It's the simplest thing. It's just a little harder to execute when you're so busy. But I want you to think about this time is money guide. The time is money guide is a training I do around kind of the rule of 5. And look, we've heard this from many trainers over the years, but sometimes we need reminders, right? So it's about creating 5 income producing activities each day. Now, if you get intentional from this day forward about generating 5 income producing activities each day. You carve out before the hour of noon 30 minutes to focus on very intentional income generating activities for 30 minutes to an hour. If you can do an hour 3 times a week, you catapult your business, I promise you. But one of my clients, this was last year, I remember I asked him to text me every Friday for a month. And the last day of that month, he texted me, and he's been in the business 25 years. And Jay told me, he goes, Cindy, if I had been doing this my whole career, I would be rich. I'd be retired. I got so many results off just this one simple practice. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to do this for the rest of my career. So I'm going to give you some suggestions, because people always go, well, what's an income generating activity? So we've kind of addressed that call. So these are some of the things that you can do in that sort of power hour, right? You can create a weekly outreach plan for your past clients and your referral partners. I work with my coaching clients to come up with a schedule every single day. Mondays to call 10 realtors that know, like, and trust you. Wednesdays, call 10 realtors that you're trying to build a new relationship with. We want to hit both sides of the equation. Tuesdays and Thursdays to call 10 past clients. It doesn't have to be someone that's going to benefit from a lower interest rate. You just need to call them and check in to see how they're doing with their home and their mortgage. Half those people want to move right now. It's a really important call to make. And on Fridays, maybe just send a thank you note. I started to use handwritten.com. For those of you that have never used it, it's awesome. They do pen handwritten notes. So for those of you who have bad handwriting, it's a great tool to be able to send thank you notes to whether it be your realtors, your clients, your team. A great, great, great tool. Start a realtor mastermind group. I've got a whole training around that I teach in my high level programs. Record 10 1-minute educational videos. Look, you guys are educating people all day, every day. If you sat down and you brainstorm 10 ideas for 10 quick little videos, how to prepare for home ownership, what not to do before you apply for a loan, just really basic things. And it's so great. People need that information. Get that onto social media. I have so many of my clients that are getting loans every month from, communicating and creating value on social with their network. Follow and engage 20 new realtors on social media. I still do it to this day. I track people, I go in and engage with them. And then about 30 days in, I feel like I've got permission now to reach out and try to schedule a meeting. Schedule a virtual first-time homebuyer seminar with a realtor. Get together with a realtor. It's so easy to do now. And just be committed to do a 30-minute homebuyer seminar and do some target marketing to your rental base, in your local community. Very powerful. Develop a monthly education series. Do a lunch and learn on Zoom. It's so easy now. So I'd highly encourage you to get some interaction going. Call 5 local financial planners. In my Millionaire Mortgage Club that I'm going to talk to you about, I do a whole training on how to get secure financial planners and divorce attorneys with a proven script, all the questions to ask them in the meeting. It's really an easy connection to make. And then calling local managers of real estate companies. Look, they're not all meeting in person, but they need content. They want to be updated as to what's going on in the market. So seriously, to be able to reach out to, managers and to see if they're doing meetings and that you'd like to provide some education for what's going on in the financial world, how loan programs have changed, what they can expect in the experience, very powerful. And most people aren't calling managers of real estate companies anymore, but there are a lot of them are doing meetings on Zoom. So I highly recommend it. And then just doing a follow-up campaign with listing agents. I work with my coaching clients diligently to focus on listing agents because they're low-hanging fruit and they frequently just get ignored in the process as a new referral partner. So secret number 4 is how to create a high impact team. I am passionate about helping people create teams. I've got major hiring strategies. We want to make sure we get it right on the first shot, right? It's a difficult thing when we hire the wrong person. We wasted all this time training. So I really work carefully with my clients to help them create the right team. I added this down at the bottom left. Am I making a positive impact with compassion, resulting in extraordinary customer service? Many of you, I'm sure, have heard of Michelle Town. She's one of the top originators in the country. I've been coaching Michelle for 7 years now. And she, when they were all working in the office, had every one of her team members tape this to their computers. I thought it was brilliant. And what she wanted everybody on her team to know was how they were impacting that client experience. And we're so busy right now, we lose sight of that. that every one of your team members, whether it be a processor, a loan coordinator, a TC, an LP1, anyone that has communication with your borrower is leading to that customer experience, and they can make it or they can break it. So talk to your team about asking, are they making a positive impact with compassion, resulting in extraordinary customer service? Big, big, big part of creating a great client referral source down the way. So we're gonna look at 3 different areas of building your high impact team. So to build the team, obviously we have to identify who you truly need to hire. I have conversation after conversation daily with people about this. So I want you to sit down and really think about what part of this business are you passionate about and what do you want to do? Look, I got my business to 200 million by making a commitment to my team that I was going to do 5 things. I built realtor partnerships. I built deep relationships with clients. I structured their deal. I pre-qualified them. I locked their loan, and I tossed the ball to my team. And I told them, let me tell you how my team works. And I transitioned them to my rock star transaction coordinator. And I said, Carrie will be your point of contact moving forward. She is going to handle your loan from contract to close and get it through the system. And I meet with my team every single day to do pipeline review. And I'm the problem solution specialist. But let them know how you work. So identify what part you want to do. Identify your strengths and determine the role you want to play. Hire the right people. Hire to your weakness. People hire people they love. No, you want to hire people that have the skill sets that are your weaknesses. So, I mean, if you're a loan officer and you're a high D or a high I on a DISC profile, you want to hire a high C. You need conscientiousness and detail, right? I DISC assess. I use 2.0. I've been using it for over 20 years. Everybody. I really want to know what that looks like. And when I'm coaching people, I review those with them so we make sure they get the right hire. Please, 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 you need to check 3 business references. And even if your company is doing all the background search, Google search the people that you are thinking of hiring. I'm not going to take time right now to share stories, but I have a story even as recently as 30 days ago. And I passed on a great candidate because what I found on Google, and it was not pretty. So please Google search your candidates. And then clearly map out their roles and responsibilities so they really know what is expected of them, when they enter the team. It's a really important part to kick it off right. Now we have these people, right? And so now you have to sustain them. People are so worried right now about losing their staff because everybody's trying to buy them away, right? And it's been a really big problem. So it is your job to really make them feel great about being part of the team. So hold weekly team meetings so they feel connected. It's hard right now in this virtual environment. Create a shared team vision. Talk about what you want this vision to be for the team. It's not just you telling them. Have a session where you're really talking about what do you want to create for 2021? What do you want to be better at? What do you want to expand on? And schedule some meetings to talk about the vision and to incorporate the vision into your daily practices. Commit to daily pipeline review. I know many don't do that, but it helps move the needle, keeps things on track, holds the team accountable. I never went without it. I love the monthly debrief. It's a great thing doing a monthly debrief. So on the first of each month, we would debrief the prior month. Basically, any loan that got off course, the wheels came off, we would go through and find out where that ball got dropped. What did we miss on the tax return? What did we miss on the bank statements? We had someone on the team take accountability and make commitments that we would always, double check that box. So we wanted to constantly get better as a team, work like a charm. Plan monthly events to have some fun and connect. I know it's hard right now because you can't connect with everybody, but at least, planning a happy hour on Zoom, being able to lighten the load a little bit, have a little fun, and, try to find new ways to create and bring a little creativity to your team just to, relieve some of the stress is an important part. Show your appreciation to your team, not just by saying thank you. I really do try to show appreciation to my team because they're so amazing. And this is a team sport. We can't do it without our team. So go that extra mile and execute praise daily for the people that are helping you. I know sometimes, getting loans through the system is very frustrating, but these people are working very hard on your behalf. So appreciate them. And now you got to empower that high impact team. You got to empower them. You want to be open to new ideas. You want to invest in their learning and education. Put some money into them. Help them take it to the next level. Offer that up. Be a conduit for their growth. Ask them about their goals. Let them know that you have their back, even when there's something that goes wrong, right? Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong in a loan right now, but they have to feel safe to be able to take the lead. The biggest thing an originator can do is to let go and empower your team and let them make mistakes and have their back and use it as a training moment. It's the only way I got to 200 million in personal production. And create a real can do, will do work environment. Let them know what's expected. No drama, can do, will do. And sometimes you got to reiterate that message over and over and over. You should be reiterating that message every single week. And you got to eliminate micromanaging your team. A lot of LOs are micromanagers, and your poor assistants are just getting, barraged with emails and phone calls and text messages. And I really believe in doing the 1 hour quiet time so that your assistant or your processor has some quiet time to be able to actually work on your files. Recognitions, awards, encouragement, come up with new ways to say congratulations and thank you, and just create a culture of appreciation. Encourage the rest of your team to appreciate the rest of the team. Really so important right now with how tapped everybody really is. So here's a really couple quick ways to show appreciation. Validate somebody. You can send an email to the entire team and validate one person. Share appreciation on a Zoom call with your team. Show appreciation for something very specific that a member of your team did. Just for no special reason. Sometimes just to have a call that's about their wins and to celebrate them. Michelle Town does a great job with that. This is a team exercise that I did with my Mortgage Mastermind Elite group. What I appreciate about you is, I did a training a couple years ago for the leaders of a title company. I did this exercise with them. They were all crying by the end of it because they appreciated each other so much, but they hadn't shared what they appreciated about each other. So it was really a great exercise. Send them a handwritten note of appreciation. Everybody's working at home. You know how good it feels to get an appreciation card and someone just to say, thank you for investing in me. Thank you for helping me. And schedule appreciation reminders, because I know you're busy, but if you put it in your calendar for the first of the month to go, it's appreciation day, and make that time to show appreciation for your team. And then just incorporating some fun events to inspire them. All right, this is number 5, secret of top producers, 10 quality questions to create connection. So this is one of my all-time favorites. And so I have a whole training I do called Connection to Conversion. My Connection to Conversion part 1 is basically 40 questions to ask a new realtor to form relationship. This I took from the second meeting. This is how I get the second meeting. It's basically 10 quality questions to create connection through their marketing questions. I just did this 2 weeks ago with the realtor, and she wanted to know when we could do it again. So we're just trying to create connection. And I swear on my life, I do not talk to a new realtor about mortgages, about what we can do, about our price, our product or service. That comes later, but I'm trying to build connection. It's all about them. So you might want to take a picture, the next slide. So in today's digital world, we know that true interpersonal communication is lacking, and we just seek it. I mean, I talk to so many people that are really in need of deep personal communication right now. So our desire for connection is great. This strategy will help you fast track your relationships, and that just creates trust and certainly new referrals. So the first meeting sets the tone for the relationship, or it can create that additional missed opportunity. It's up to you. So I want you to turn the focus onto them, make it all about how you can serve them in a very meaningful way. So take a picture of this slide. I'm not kidding. This is the best. You can do this with every realtor you currently work with. You can do it with any new realtor. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to ask these questions. So I did this just a couple of weeks ago, and you're just asking questions. So, I said, Nicole, what are you doing to market your business these days? And then she just told me everything she was doing to market her business. I said, what is working currently for you and what is not? She used to door knock a condo complex, and she got so much business from door knocking there, and she can't door knock. They're not allowed in anymore to door knock the condo complex because of COVID. So that's not working for her anymore. She's got to come up with some new strategies. So are there other ways to market your business that have not yet been implemented? See what they want to do that maybe they haven't done yet. Ask them if they use a CRM or a database management system for client communication. Are you using social media to market your business? If so, what platforms are you using? Where are you getting the most traction? Are you using video to market your business? Nicole said, not like I should. I need to do more video. And I said, well, what's standing in your way? She goes, it just makes me uncomfortable. And I said, well, what if I come over and shoot a couple of videos for you and we can get uncomfortable together? She was like, that's a great idea. So maybe being offered to be part of the solution there, right? And then where are most of your leads generated from? It's a great question. You'll learn a little bit more about them. And do you ask your clients for referrals? Do you get testimonials? If so, where do they get posted? And then the cool thing is for you to go onto their site and post a testimonial video for them. It's a huge, huge, huge win. And how do you establish clear goals of how you want to grow your business? Talk to them about the goals that they have for their business. What do you want to achieve in the next year? How can I help you attain that? Be their partner. This strategy is so powerful to build connection with your referral partners. And then just given the current state, what are your biggest marketing challenges, or what are your biggest challenges in the real estate industry altogether? So these questions really create a very powerful foundation to build relationship. And that's really what we want, right? We want to build a sustainable partnership with our referral partners. So look, we all have the ability to rewrite our own story and to create our lives by design. But we got to have a blueprint to follow, along with the courage and the support to make the change. Change is hard. Breaking old patterns and habits is not that easy. So I really believe in making small shifts to take that next step to drive you to that next level of success. And in many cases right now, I want to get many of you, off the front line of being in your file all day, every day. I want to get you out building relationship that'll help you sustain and build your business, for the long haul. So I want you to really think about how you can pull out of your file, delegate more, train up your people, hire the right staff, and create a high impact team that allows you to be in your genius zone. So I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here. As you can tell, I get so passionate about helping you, helping mortgage loan originators grow. I was on the faculty of Loan Toolbox for 17 years, coaching, teaching, and training for them. And I just realized 7 years ago when I launched my coaching company that my passion is now taking all this skill that I developed over 32 years, and I just want to pour it into the people that I serve. So I'm very passionate about what I do and building relationship with mortgage originators. So for those of you that are interested in just hearing a little bit more, I just wanted to share very briefly my new program, Millionaire Mortgage Club. And my team and I have been working on this thing for a year. We are launching October 20th. We are super excited. I've wanted to bring a program to market that helped more people, that allowed me to serve more mortgage originators in the US, and my higher level programs have not allowed me to do that. So I'm making this so affordable, so easy to participate in. And so this is what it is. We're launching, it's going to be 2 group calls a month on Zoom. I am leading it live. It's not recorded. They will be recorded. It will be housed in the membership site. So if you miss a call, you're not going to miss the content. But you're not only going to tap into my expertise, but we've already got incredible speakers lined up. Barry Habib is already committed. We've got Renee Rodriguez. We've got so many key leaders that are going to be supporting this group. And I'm very, very, very excited. For those of you that have already joined, I know many of you had, thank you. We only have a few spots left for our founding member club. Those are our first 50. We just have a few of those left, but you're going to get some very special gifts in the mail. We got some very special things for you that are founding members. So again, we're going to review 7 key areas of your life, and we're going to help you with some of the habits you have and create new systems and some processes so that we can help you really succeed in any market. We're going to leverage the power of the collective. We're going to tap into all these wonderful minds that are going to be on the call and really learn about what's working for them and to tap into the strategies that have taken them to that next level of success. We have some amazing people already signed up, great originating branch managers, many that have already gone through my high-level $24,000 a year program that are signed up for this. So we're going to help you take action. We're going to develop some action plans so that you actually have a plan for your day. We're going to help you work with your team to develop a really healthy team structure. And we're going to talk about top marketing strategies that are simple and easy to execute. Also, so this is basically what you're going to get. We're going to get the live Zoom calls. They're really fun. Not only do I do a training like this, but also they're going to be live Q&A. We are going to be on normal Zoom. We're going to see each other. I really encourage live communication. You can bring your challenges. your wins, what you need help on. We're going to get my input. We're going to get input from the team. But anyway, it's going to be great. And so we will have Q&A on every call. You're going to have VIP access to our vault that we're building right now with amazing resources, scripts, tools that'll help you. You'll be able to refer to that for years to come. We'll have training on the go. Everything, the audio of the call will be recorded and uploaded, and the video. So if you can't make a call, you can do training on the go. You can listen to the call when you're out on a walk or walking the dog or in your car. So, you know, you can take the training with you for replay. And there's going to be a lot of networking and support. And we're going to have some club happy hours. We have some special guests lined up for the happy hour. So I hope you'll go to millionairemortgageclub.com, millionairemortgageclub.com, and check us out. It would be super fun. I want to serve you. I want to help you succeed and not just build your business, but I want you to build your business in a truly healthy way so you can actually have this wonderful, fulfilling life in addition to driving your business to that next level of success. So it'd be my absolute pleasure to have you join us. This is our founding member, club price right now. We are raising our prices at the end of the month. So we only have a few left at this price point, but we do still have a few. And I'd be super excited to have you join us as a founding member. We're going to do some special calls together. When you sign up, you're going to get the 50 ways to promote yourself and your business. We'll be talking more about ways to promote yourself as part of the club. But I just want to say it would be such a privilege to have you join our group at millionairemortgageclub.com. And if you have any questions whatsoever, if you have any questions for me, for my team, if there's some questions from this training that you would like to get answered, feel free to email us at info@cindyertman.com, CINDYERTMAN. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear about your wins. And obviously, we're here to support your challenges. So I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Thanks so much for joining.